Okay, never gonna do that again. Where, I lined that premiere and live up way too close. If y'all could have seen the shenanigans that was happening, somebody let me know the sound is okay. I don't even know where life is at the moment. If y'all could have seen the shenanigans that happened between telling y'all goodbye on the premiere to hit and go live, child, it was a lot. It was a lot. But we are here, and this is a Monday meetup. I am C with C. Is it safe to? Okay, because I'm like, that whole area right there was a whole. Oh, hold on, I gotta turn this around. Okay. That whole area right there was a whole mess before before logging in. Okay, I'm gonna give myself at least like 10-20 minutes the next time I do a premiere live after that. But hey, hi everybody, it's C with C. Thanks for chatting with me. This is the Monday meetup, and you know, if we are meeting up, I only do live when I am about to travel. So anytime I'm about to travel, there'll be a live. All my lives for my next few trips up through December are planned. So when we meet up, we're going to talk about our next trip, review the previous trips, talk about channel updates, and talk to you fine people about what life is like in these cruise and travel streets. So let's get into it. It was 10 people here when I arrived. And Kristen Harris. Hey, Kristen H. Happy Monday, everyone. Locked in with the Wilsons. Y'all must have good jobs because y'all are really excited about Monday. I'm on Threads now. And I started off my thread this morning by saying, like, I like my job. I really like my job. Like, it's no case of the Mondays over here. So happy Monday to you too, MH. Everybody. Look, all you happy people. All these lovely, okay. So Locked in with the Wilsons is telling MH that they are enjoying the Venezia vlogs. Yes, the MH Family Adventures has their whole series out about the Carnival Venezia from the inaugural selling. So definitely hop on over there whenever you get a chance after this live to check those out if you're planning on selling on the Venezia. Really comprehensive series of videos. Hold on, I need a little more lift. Order some Amazon doohickeys, but I didn't go pick them up from my other mailbox because I can't get nothing delivered to this house because I have porch pirates. Welcome to DC. All right, who else we got? Thank you, Locked In with the Wilsons. Appreciate it, sis MH. Yes, thanks for the plug. Thanks for uplifting other creators. Must definitely love that. Locked In with the Wilsons, speaking of Phil and D. Oh, yeah. Hey, we're going to miss you guys. And like, usually I make a big production of what the trip announcement is going to be. But come on, guys. I mean, let's face it. There's only one cruise that is happening this week. Like, there might be other cruises that are happening this week, but there is one cruise that is happening this week that several of you all will be on, and we will talk about that, which is Melanin at Sea 1.5 on the Carnival Venezia. So yeah, a lot of folks will probably be studying your vlogs, MH, as we get ready to sail away this week. Who else we got? More people talking. Love the Monday meetup. Can't wait to hear about your next travel experiences. Thank you, Marcia Knight. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I figure I don't do live every week, but I love to do a live whenever I'm about to travel. So whenever you see me post about Monday meetups, that means we're about to either travel by land or by sea, and I will be bringing you with me. I don't know if you all ever notice, a lot of times when I'm in the videos, I be talking about like, I love it. I'll talk about like, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to do that. And like somebody was like, who is with you? Y'all are with me. Like I'm by myself. But yep, you all are coming along for this adventure. And Parker's on the go is speaking. So today what are we doing today? We are going over what the plans are, talking about doing some channel updates and recaps. So let's get into the channel updates. Some really exciting things. Some of you all noticed because the timing that you had a commercial before you got to come into the live and the premiere. Yes. Well, the channel has hit 1,000 subscribers and we're monetized, friends. So excited about what that means for the community. And I appreciate everybody's support. As I'm about to talk about Melanin C 1.5. I can't talk about that without, I know the first time I ever mentioned, sorry, I need to adjust my light. The first time I ever mentioned my channel Woo, life is a mess back here. Okay, before the first time I ever mentioned my channel, the first time I ever mentioned my channel was on Rich and Jazz's live after the first Melanin at Sea. And I don't even think I had 200 subscribers. And to go about a year later to 1.5 and hit a goal that I was ready to achieve is great. To be followed by Parkers on the Go being an amazing support system and always sharing out videos and information about my channel and letting me just ask questions and tag along whenever possible. So appreciate you all for coming in here. And as a solo traveler, it's helpful to have. I have 22 people in this live. That's amazing. Because I don't have anybody sitting next to me, so it's a one-woman show. So y'all chat, ask questions, and we'll talk about the things that happen on the channel besides the wonderful things of hitting the goal of 1K. But I'll also talk about my Amsterdam trip to go see Beyonce as she is starting her North American leg of her concert series. And you all know I went to go see Beyonce in Amsterdam, and then the MSC experience too. So what else we got in here? Neek's International Life. Hi, welcome, Neek. That's a new name. Thanks for joining in, getting the chat, ask questions. We're all pretty friendly people around here. This one little braid is wearing me out. I don't do hair in my face, and this is a lot. And it's warm in this office, so it's a lot happening today. Hey, Kristen Asia speaking to everybody. Dylan D says, because the Wilsons I met the Wilsons on the inaugural Melanin at Sea group cruise, and they're not going to make it this time. So they will be greatly missed. But it was cool seeing you all in the Meet and I vlog. So good to see, at least we get to see y'all through the internet. We didn't have a formal introduction last year in the Mardi Gras either. Yeah, the Mardi Gras was a lot to cover. It was a lot of events, big ships. So hope you all can connect locked in with the Wilsons and Parkers. Cruising Caper says, hey, sugar. Hey, Cruising Capers. Thanks for joining us. Carlin Jackson was the first person in the live earlier today, or the premiere. So, yeah, let's get into anybody watch the Amsterdam video? So the whole thing about Amsterdam was what happened in Amsterdam? Oh, Beyonce happened in Amsterdam. I'm like, what is going on? So yeah, the whole thing about Amsterdam started with a TikTok, actually, I think, trend. So a lot of TikTok was talking about is it better to see Beyonce or cheaper to see Beyonce in the States versus internationally? And so one of my homegirls hit me up hey, let's go to Amsterdam to see Beyonce. And I was like, all right. Until I started looking up tickets, which are really expensive this summer. But it ended up being a really rewarding experience. I was happy to see her internationally. What else? I was really happy to see Amsterdam. Amsterdam has me ready to do the whole Euro trip. Everything from public transportation. If there's anywhere you want to go in Amsterdam, you can just literally walk, bike, catch a tram, train. It's clean. So yeah, I am ready to go back to Europe and do a little more exploring. It won't be this year, but hopefully next year. Once I figure out what my cruise lineup is, I can figure out my land-based lineup. Hey, Auntie. She says she is here, slow but surely. Thank you. I appreciate seeing you around. And Auntie, am I going to see you this week or sometime this year with cruising? Let me know. YFC says, howdy, folks. Hey, YFC. Y'all from Texas, so that howdy is pretty appropriate, right? Thanks for coming in. So everybody is speaking, saying good evening. Yeah, so the jury, the verdict is, answering the question. So TikTok said, is it cheaper to fly to Amsterdam, see Beyonce versus see her at the US leg? I will say, if you want a good ticket, a good seat, because I had floor seats or standing floor, not Club Renaissance, but the one behind it ish, kind of around the corner from Club Renaissance. For a total of almost $1,500. So with I took a legacy carrier and Play Airlines, I will say I am a pretty flexible traveler. I don't need a whole lot. I prefer a whole lot, but I don't need a whole lot. And Play Airlines might have been the edges of my travel patience. yeah, the boarding the plane from Baltimore. I mean, the price is right, but boarding the plane from Baltimore. They gave us the worst plane from Baltimore to Iceland. Amsterdam, they had a newer plane that was better, but you don't even get chargers for your phone. So at one point, my iPad died. My phone was about to die, so I couldn't use it because I needed it for when I got off the plane. Yeah, you need to bring like an actual book when you do play airlines. So I think if I would take comfort next time and just go ahead and book a legacy carrier versus doing the whole like European budget carrier. Now I would do it if I were already in Europe and just doing a quick hop over to another country, or the train, of course. But so I would say it was worth it to one, see another country, and two, experience Beyonce. She's on her U.S. leg. I kind of low key want to see her in New Orleans because I think that formation segment, New Orleans is going to lose it, especially if they bring out Frida. All right, let's get back into the banners. Hey, Miss Renee, good seeing you. Phil D is talking to YFC. Cruising Capers says, we are retired and enjoying every day. Oh, Cruising Capers, y'all are goals. Goals for sure. Like, I like my job, but that whole flexibility about like you can wake up and just go anywhere, goals. And I hope I can do it at an age where like I'm already getting hip pain. And so I want to be able to do it at an age where like I can still enjoy life. But kudos to y'all. Enjoy every moment of retirement. Locked in with Wilson says, not the porch pirates. Listen, DC, I can't leave anything out 30 minutes. Enough people walk by, it's gone. I remember I had some boxes, like empty boxes, but it was enough to like catch somebody's attention, and I saw them all up on the camera. Like, get down from there. So yeah, I gotta get to my porch quick. Monet, hey, says happy Monday. Rich and Jazz is here. She said, that's right, let them know. Yes, the best cruise of the week is going to be 1.5, and definitely going to be talking about what I'm looking forward to on that one for sure. All right, Phil D, everybody talking to Rich and Jazz. Uno Girl says, take me with you. Listen, I mean, but no, I can't. Uno Girl, I was laughing. I was joking with Parker's on the Go in my Cruise and Families vlog or live yesterday, saying like, hey, Parker's, if y'all can just come up to DC, you can get in my suitcase. Y'all, this ship is sold out. Like, sold out. Like, can't even sneak a cousin, add you to the bunk bed, sold out. So it is going to be a great time. And I'm like, be in the moment, Carlene, because I already know I'm like 4 days. I know day 3, I'm going to be like sad, but it's like, nope, just be in the moment. Enjoy your cruise, cousins. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to try to stay awake because y'all know I like a good nap. But we're going to be on one on Thursday for sure. Locked in with Willis and speaking with Rich and Jazz. MH, congratulations. Thank you, MH. And Jazz and Rich are speaking to everyone. So what else we got? So MSC. All right, so I talked a little about Amsterdam, Beyonce. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I will say, I guess a tip, if you ever go to Amsterdam, this trip, I'm sorry, I got to fix this part. It's driving me absolutely nuts. No, you go this way. Okay, now I can focus. I would say in any points, if you go to Amsterdam, they have an amazing museum district. However, it sells out quickly. So the Rijksmuseum and Local Museum, go there, but get your tickets in advance. Other than that, I went to the red light district. Y'all saw the aftermath of me going to the red light district because it's right next to the canal. So it was funny because I had to do 2 loops through the red light district because I was nervous. Not that I didn't procure any services from the red light district. Let's be clear. I did not. But I was very interested in, I remember 7th grade humor of hearing about like the whole concept in Amsterdam, what is it called? The world's oldest profession. But to experience it. So like when I went, it didn't get dark until like 10:30 at night, which was bomb. That was cool. It didn't get dark until start getting dark until 10:30 at night. So the first time we walked through, The girls weren't out yet. But there was like a pocket that they were. So like the first door, because they're behind they're like little boutique hotels. They're almost like this, but with like a sink, a bed, and a am I supposed to be talking about? See, I'm about to already lose. Get monetization. I can keep it clean. I think I can keep it clean. It's a professional service. But it was interesting because like you just walk, and the next thing you know, you walk by, and I saw a thigh, and I was like, oh, we're here. So I was just like, no, I'm not gonna make no eye contact. And it was kind of early too, because so it was like, all right, so me and my homegirl ended up going to have dinner or whatever. And I was like, because it's people watching, because you're watching the girls, but then you're also watching like potential clients. So that whole dynamic is just very interesting. Anywho, so we got dinner, did a lap around, and then I was like, okay, cool, like let's go back. And then you were kind of like, about that time, about 10 o'clock at night, things were a little more jumping, so you really got to see. And it's a worth a walk through, but it was just kind of like, now it didn't make me sad like when I walked through Thailand's red light district. That made me sad. Amsterdam's red light district was a little low-key empowering. I was like, y'all go ahead and do your thing. What is it? Minority owned business? Yes. All right, who we got? Feeling D is waving. Folks are saying congratulations. Thank y'all. Appreciate your support. YFC says freaking congrats. Yay, we got a question. So I don't have to keep talking. Let me see. Krista H says, what are you looking forward to most on this cruise? See, yes, Krista, happy to answer that question. So, for y'all who are new here, hello, 23 people, hit that thumbs up button if you can. I do the Monday meetup. I don't go live every week. I just go live whenever I'm about to travel. And so usually I make a big deal, make an announcement. This week, we all know what it is. So I'll be going on Melanin C 1.5. I think two things. I'm going to say the first, I'm going to give you the corny answer. I'm looking forward to the people, like absolutely looking forward to the people. I think something, I don't know if I ever said out loud, but I know Rich and Jazz are here. Like before I started doing like the YouTube, my forward facing YouTube, I'm a big, like I research everything that I get involved with. So I'm kind of like, I'll go to every website I can find, etc. So as a traveler, I was already heavy on YouTube. So my family would do like a cruise. I would watch all the YouTube videos, and I would see like some creators say like they're having a group cruise. And, like I consider myself very open-minded, but I would look and I'm kind of like, I don't know if, I want to be the, frankly, only Black woman that could possibly end up on somebody's group cruise. No shade though. When, I started cruising, and then like got into like my own channel, and then started meeting some of the big cruise creators, especially individuals of color who create content related to traveling and cruising. And then I saw Rich and Jazz announce Melanin at Sea. I was like, this is it. Like, this is it. Like, this was the moment I was waiting for. Like, I had only cruised with my family or solo, but I wanted to experience like a cruise community. So when I saw it, I was like, boom. Now I feel like I can go, to another, group, but I wanted that so it's a space that I was like, yes. And honestly, like, yes, Addie and Terry are amazing, Rich and Jazz, AK, everybody's amazing, but like, they're great people. We see them on TV or your device, but like the people who come on the cruise are like equally dope and amazing. Like you, Kristen, Tarsha, like you end up and the reason I'm like, okay, 4 days is going to be like tough for me because it never fails. A Melanin, like I'll sit down and we be talking for like 2-3 hours. And next thing you know, it's like 2:00 in the morning and, time to go to bed. So I'm looking forward to seeing, of course, people engage with people, talking to like-minded people in real life, as well as like-minded cruisers. Okay. The non-people answer is I have only sailed either for Carnival, either Carnival's biggest. No, I have not only. It's been a while. So I have sailed recently, in recent history, I only sailed Carnival's biggest ships. So I've sailed Mardi Gras twice, Celebration. or I've sailed like their smaller ships, Valor, Legend, Pride. Am I missing anything? I think those are the smaller ones. So I have not been on like a Vista class, which is what what's this thing called? Venezia is supposed to be in a long time. I have been on Vista and Magic. That was 20 before pre-blog days. So I can't really remember what it feels like to be on those ships. So I am looking forward to that size of ship for sure. So thanks, Kristen, for that question. Appreciate it. Kristen H says Mass Inaugural was lit. I'm sure this one will not disappoint. Yes, especially like Mass Inaugural felt like we had a whole bunch of people. This one, I believe they said that either the numbers have doubled or tripled since the inaugural. So can you just imagine, again, all these folks like-minded. And then it'll be a different spin too. So, inaugural was in Port Canaveral, Mardi Gras. So Southern, bigger ship. Now will be, Northern, medium-ish size ship. So it'll be interesting because I will say, like, it felt like Mardi Gras. I didn't run into a lot of y'all unless it was an actual event. I feel like this one, with the size of the ship and the construct, we're going to be like, boom, boom, boom. We're going to be seeing each other a whole lot, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So, yeah, looking forward to it. Tarsha says, hey, Tarsha, another great person that I met on Melanin at Sea Inaugural, feeling DR talking that speaking to Tarsha. And like I was saying, so let's go back to dope person. Me and my mama went to Orlando after the inaugural Melanin at Sea. And Tarsha was like, oh, you in town? What we doing? We're gonna go to dinner. So again, like relationships that I talk to these folks beyond cruise life and also look out beyond cruise life. So I like that a lot. Vicky Weston says, I'm ready to become a member. Where is your join button? Oh, Vicky, thanks for bringing that up. So yeah, I did all the other monetization, slow down on that one, stuff. I have not done memberships yet because I want to be intentional about it and make sure that whatever I say I'm gonna do for members, I actually do it. So I just want to think about, and I wanted to be, I'm a little type A. So I want something to be unique about this experience. But yes, membership's coming soon. Don't know when. But thank you so much that you're even interested in asking that question. Much appreciated. Kristen speaking to Tarsha. Yeah, see, Kristen, me and Tarsha was sitting around drinking, what was it? Out of mason jars on the back deck of the Mardi Gras. Good times. Can't wait to run that back. Tarsha speaking to Phil because y'all are spades partners. Is that how that went? Or did somebody get beaten spades? Speaking, Miss Renee was somebody I met on the inaugural. Carla, I don't know what you said I did. Have you been to Amsterdam? Was that what you were talking about, Carla? Let me get caught up a little bit. Locked In with Wilson says, yes, your Amsterdam vlog was fabulous. Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, you got to at least go to see the outfit. Now, okay, let's talk about the outfit. So I wasn't planning on, with the Renaissance situation, you have to come in character and costume. And I was not even planning on doing that. I was going to just wear literally a sports bra, some biker shorts, go to the merch stand, buy a top. I already saw the shirt that I wanted to buy. I was going to buy that, put that on. That was my concert outfit. Y'all want to know where I got my outfit idea from? My friend's maternity shoot. If you see the pearl overlay, she wore that in her maternity shoot, and I was looking like Keisha. And I said, I want that to Beyonce. So she was like, yeah, girl, get on Amazon. So I tapped into my, I guess, Sasha fierceness, and that's where y'all got that outfit from. Kristen said, I really enjoyed that vlog. Uno Girl says, love the Amsterdam video. I like international Beyonce better. She seems more at ease. Interesting. I'm wondering if that has to deal with security, Uno Girl. Because like I didn't watch any of the clips prior to my show. After I went to my show, I feel like I had an outer body experience. Like I was like, did I pass out during the show? Because there were moments that I could not remember at all. So I had to go back, and I was taking out some braids, and I was watching one of the other shows or whatever. And I was like, Jay-Z and some other clips. Throughout her whole Euro tour, Jay-Z the kids were coming in and out. Miss Tina was coming in and out. Her dad came to the show after, her dad and Blue Ivy came to the show after mine because that was Father's Day. They seemed a little more like free flowing. I don't know if like the US fanship is just a little too much. It'll be interesting to see like if she's gonna bring Blue Ivy out. I know the North American leg started on, what was that, the 8th? So it'll be interesting to see like what she does here. I think she's gonna definitely give it up for Houston. She's gonna probably give the Atlanta girls something special. Definitely New Orleans. She's probably gonna crank it up a notch. Some people in the Midwest, because of like the Detroit and the Chicago, those, what is it called, house vibes, she might do something, but I don't see her bringing out Blue Ivy and the kids as much, but you know, time will tell. Also though, a little hint that I mentioned, sis, like I thought they were joking when they said she had 4 trailers worth of outfits. Yeah, she ain't playing games with the wardrobe. Locked in with Wilson speaking to Tarsha. MH Family Adventure says Amsterdam looks beautiful. It was. I loved it. Ooh, I'm not stuck over. It was. The flowers. Like first off, when I was landing into Amsterdam, everything was like green. And you get there, everything's just clean. It was just a good reset. I needed to experience that at the time that I needed. Like DC has been tripping lately. And I am in the heart of DC. So like to go somewhere and just feel like I can walk and catch the metro or the, what is it, public transportation, and just like I'm not looking over my shoulder for a bit, felt really, really good. So I love Amsterdam, but it makes me definitely want to go back to Europe. I had some friends who just got back from Barcelona, so that has my interest a little peak too. Hey, Captions Caught says, hey family. Tarsha says she's going to the Tampa show. I didn't even know she was going to Tampa. All right. I would imagine she'd probably be a little cheaper in Tampa too, maybe. Mm-hmm. Auntie says, unfortunately, no, but I am there with the Mass family and spirit. Have a blast. Yes, Auntie. I will have to bedazzle a mug and drink a brown beverage for you. But I'm sorry. Oh, well, soon. We'll cruise soon, Auntie, hopefully. Phil and D says, oh no, Auntie, surely will miss you. Yes, Auntie was a vibe. Auntie was a vibe. So if you ever get a chance to meet Game Changer in real life, first off, we didn't hit that. We're talking about the cruise. Are you in Melanin SC Facebook group? Join Melanin SC Facebook group. A lot of these folks that you see in the chat are also in there chatting, and just good vibes. So, you know, you might be able to, she's been on Celebrity showing off a little bit. So, yeah. Good cruise community for variety of information. If you want laughs, it's for that. If you want serious cruise information, it's for that. So, you know, join. Just, you know, hit the little button, give it a try. It's about 71,000-ish folks strong, and you don't have to be melanated. You know, if you're an ally, if you like people of color, you like cruising people of color, whatever. Come on. We try to get to know people of color. Come on down. Renee says, hey, Rich and Jazz. Monet was another person. Tarsha says, I want to go. Y'all leaving me, but that's okay, though. Shall not miss any more mass happenings. Yes. So I'm locked in for this year. Now, 2024, I don't know, because I want to get more out in land. I have some big cruise goals in 2024. So I gotta see what all the I gotta see what all the happenings are. Parker's gonna go says, not Carlene before. Oh, Carlene before dark. I was gonna say, I thought I read it Carlene after dark. Yeah. I mean, I was just kind of interested. I wanted to know, what is this district that I've been hearing about since I was a youth? And I got to see it. And yeah, it was, they make sure you're not supposed to record anything. So it was just a good moment, like to just see stuff with your eyes. But it's very private. It seems very hygienic. Like only thing that's not private from what I could see was if you are purchasing, you can just people see you going to the door. So, but after that, it just seems like the curtain closes and that's it. But some of the girls were not focused because we were walking and some of them girls on their cell phone. One girl was on a cell phone with a dude. I was like, okay, yeah. It was a hustle. Phil and D says, no worries, we'll catch you on the next selling. I'll hold down the spades table for us. Yeah, because Tarsha, I don't play. Who got the Uno cards? That's what I need to know. Or am I bringing the Uno cards? Because do y'all play Uno? Spades is too stressful. And if you haven't noticed, even with my attention span is trash. So that whole counting books, the big jokers and the two, too much pressure on vacation. So I'll watch y'all play spades and talk trash on the side, but I ain't doing it. Nia's intentional life. Oh, Nia, my Nixie. Ooh, I really said it was Nia's international life, and now I slowed down. Neek's intentional life. I messed your name up. It's my part. My apologies. Oh, you're going. Neek's intentional life says this is going to be my first experience on a group cruise. And guess what, Neek? It was my first experience on a group cruise too. It was. And when I say I got on board nervous, which is weird because I can travel solo. But I think it's another element, like when you're expecting to meet some people. She says, I'm nervous because I'm an introvert. And I am an introvert that presents extroverted, if that makes sense. I have a little social anxiety. And I think the normal people usually have social anxiety. So that's the whole thing about introverts, extroverts. There's actually more introverts than there are extroverts. So you're in good company because there are other introverted people. But again, in good company because there is going to be a big group of folks and there's going to be somebody who fits your flow. And then I will say, even like this one, it appears with the planning that there's going to be more intentionality with just making sure people connect immediately once you get settled. So, the different meetups. So you're in good hands, Neek. And, if nobody else, just come and say hi to me. My braids have blonde. So if that helps at all. So yeah, but it was a great first cruise experience. I literally had never did a group cruise outside of just cruising with my family. And what was the first? I'm trying to think. Last time, the first meetup was when we got our swag. You got your swag bag, your itinerary. So I would say even this time, Rich and Jazz have even improved upon that because they bumped up the time for you to meet folks. And then I believe everybody kind of hits the ground running. So you'll meet people. It'll be okay. But definitely come say hello. Because I totally understand how coming on a group cruise and you're like, I don't know anybody. And being a little introverted and nervous can be a little nerve-wracking, but you are in good hands. There is literally somebody it's like 3 bodies for everybody on mass. All right, Tarsha and Pharaoh says, feeling these travel spree, hold my seat for me, bruh. Can't make this one, but as Jackson say, I'll be there. Y'all not leaving me anymore. Together, hey neighbors, together we travel. Welcome in. Rich and Jazz says, all love to hear this. Yes, can't wait to see you. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a ton of fun. I am worried about how much fun I'm going to have. And this is me overthinking things. So I was supposed to come Wednesday night because I wanted it to feel like a long trip. And then work was like, nope, you are going Thursday morning. So, but I wake up, I have to get up early to get to the train. And then I have an early boarding time. So my worry is I'm worried I'm going to crash and be tired and groggy. So I don't know if Karen McCullers is here, but I'm going to need those, what are those things called? Espresso martinis stat. And hopefully, I don't know, I'm debating, should I just crash the first night, get a good rest, and then go? I don't know. We're going to figure it out, but I don't want to miss a thing. I don't want to miss anything. Krista Harris says the people experience is unmatched. Oh, she's for Melanin. She says the people experience is unmatched and everyone makes you feel like family. Big family energy, big family energy. Everybody, you walk past somebody y'all all right? You okay? Where y'all going? So, and just know if you need a break from the group, go take a break. But especially in the evening, everybody's gonna be at the club, the casino area. A lot of people are outside of the club. People linger it's always a let out during Melanin at Sea. So the event might be from this time to that time. and then expect for like another hour to an hour and a half of just folks lingering and talking and getting to know each other. So that's definitely it's a family feel for sure. It's like family reunion on family reunion of the seas. Game Changer says, feeling these travels free. I remember seeing you on the first mass cruise, but didn't introduce myself one day. And it's funny, I didn't meet Phil. On the first Melanin at Sea. Tarsha was like, "Oh, Phil has a channel." We were talking like, "Oh, Sigma Phil." Like, so yeah, I don't think I did. I don't feel like, all right, maybe I didn't talk to Phil, but yep, I know who Phil and D are now, and I'm be looking and PJ. So I have a feeling it's gonna be like a lot of like little squealing and people excited. It's gonna be a good time. Tarsha says we are family. We are. Locked in with Wilson says agreed. See, we weren't vlogging then. We made friends from Mass Inaugural that we still talk to in and outside of vlogging. It's definitely that in and outside of vlogging thing. Like I talked to just a whole lot of people on the side, in between cruises for sure. And I did get to meet Locked in with the Wilsons and sat down and talked to your wife is Anna, right? I hope we got the right name right. I talk about linger. So after the after part, the party, there's a one party. We sat in next to the time was the Alchemy Bar and talked for like another again hour and a half. Got to meet DJ Q. Was talking to him for an hour and a half. So yep, it's gonna be great. Tarsha says they cheated, underbidding sales. Oh, so you were on the group that got beat on the beach. Locked in with Wilson says Tarsha was our personal tour guide through Nassau. All right, that's cool. See, linkages. Hey, my cruising family, welcome in. Well, let me get caught up a little more. Oh, y'all got a lot to say. Okay, thank you guys. Carla Jackson says, I saw your Amsterdam videos. Thanks for watching, Carla. Was there a particular part that you appreciated? Would you go? Was it something you wish I would have caught more of? Like to hear it. Cruising Caper says, can't wait for 2.0 and ditto. I will be on that one. Haven't put my PTO in yet, but I'm gonna be on that one. So for those you don't know, PTO, you do know what PTO is. 2.0 is on the MSCC. No, I'm not going to tell y'all. Get in the Melanin SC Facebook group. Look at the notification or what are those things called, the pin files, so that you can see when the next cruise is if you happen to be missing this one. There's 2.0 and there's 2.5 in February. So if you're curious about what all these numbers we're throwing out, there you go. Phil and D are speaking to my cruising family who is in the building and who also has done a whole series on the MSC, or not MSC, on the Carnival of Venezia. Vicky Wiston says, I look forward to meeting you on 1.5 Thursday. I'm catching that. Oh, I was about to say, are we about to be on the same train? Okay, girl, I have a thing where I scan, like I quickly scan. I thought you were about to say you're leaving on Thursday morning. I'm like, we're about to be on the same train. But she said, I'm catching the Amtrak from DC on Wednesday, but haven't caught the train in 20 years. Ooh, I love this question. Do you have any tips to make the process run smoother? Yes, Vicky. So first tip, give yourself adequate time to get to Union Station. Union Station for two reasons. I usually take a Lyft or Uber there. And what I am learning about Lyft and Uber drivers, a lot of them don't know where to go. Like I literally, which trip was that? One of my, was it the Prima? No. Okay. No. When I went on Oasis of the Seas. There we go. I went on Oasis of the Seas and I had got in my bag because I was like, oh, I've done this Amtrak thing before. And the driver was 4 o'clock in the morning. It's my first day. I was like, oh gosh. So he literally was missing every turn. So what is a 15-minute drive from my house to the Union Station took about 35 minutes. And then that joker talking about something, your train ain't leave yet. Sir, that's not the goal. So, okay. Don't want to scare you, but give yourself adequate time to get in Union Station. Make sure they bring you on the Massachusetts Avenue. So bring you in front of the station to enter there. And you're going to walk all the way through and back. Now, when you go into Amtrak Union Station, they are trying to cut back on people who are kind of lingering in Union Station, who should not be, I don't want to say should not be there, because if you don't got a house, live where you can. But they're trying to cut down on some of the loitering in Union Station. So have your ticket proof ready that that you're catching the train. That caught me off the last time I walked in. I was like moving, and lady was like, "Ma'am, you have your ticket?" So yeah, have it at the door to show them. And then usually what happens is they don't really announce the train track that you're supposed to be on until about 10 minutes before boarding. So watch, or you can ask the staff, because usually staff members know where the train is going to line up before it's posted. Or you can just stand in front of one of those board, what are those things, the little signs, but just know that they're not going to announce your gate until like 10, 15 minutes if you're lucky, before literally before they start boarding. If you see people start moving real quick, that just means that they announced the train, where the train's supposed to be lining up. So look at the board. But so then after that, I'm catching the Excella for the first time this time. So limited stops. However, if you're catching the regular train, it's about 3-ish hours. So what I usually do is I set, because like Excella is straight. I think there's no stops. If you catch the regular train, there are multiple stops, and they don't well, luckily when you get to New York line or stop, they stop for extended period of time. But usually in between those stops, you got to be paying attention. But I usually set my alarm for about 3 hours and then wake up and start, getting myself together. If you have I love your question. Thank you. If you have a piece of luggage, I will say be prepared to either, and I've never hired a porter, but some people say that you can hire a porter. I have not tried that, but I usually just wing it. The issue with that is sometimes they'll put you on a platform that's level with the train, and then sometimes they put you at a platform that's like, usually that happens in, I can't remember, I think New York. It can be unlevel. So basically, I was gonna say, I can't remember if it was in New York or DC, but sometimes they can put you in a track that you have to lug. So I've had like a 55-pound suitcase trying to catch cruise and trying to lug all that stuff up the 3 or 4 stairs. The good news is usually there's a passenger behind you or in front of you who will give you assistance. And then just look for, I don't try to like lift it and put it above my head on trains. There's usually a bike rack or something at the end of the car that you can just set your luggage. And again, if you have any questions, the porter can tell you where to put your luggage. And I usually just kind of sit close to my luggage just to be safe. So if you have any more questions, happy to answer. But thank you for that question. I like to give my little travel tips, especially, last piece of advice, 2 pieces of advice. New York Moynihan Station is now like completely new. Because I remember the first time I caught a train to New York, it was gross. But I will say, if you actually enter the Madison Square Garden side, that one does look a little different. But the exit that you're going to look for is 33rd and 8th. I can't remember, 33rd Avenue and 8th Street, but 33rd and 8th. And then you'll see the taxi cabs right there. It was $20. It wasn't even $20. It was like 18 with a good 20% tip. I will say, catching the cab you said Wednesday. So your cab, the hotel can probably get you. But I would say I like to show cabbies in New York the actual address, because my accent and their accent sometimes don't go along. So I want them to see. And then like the last time I went to New York for MSC cruise, the guy like typed in, he used Waze. So he had, sometimes New York cabbies know where they're going, and then sometimes they need to type it in. So have the address for the cruise port available for your driver to see. But if you're going on a Wednesday, at least the hotel can kind of help you navigate that versus catching the taxi stand. Thanks for the question. My cruising family is also from New York, so they can probably chime in too. Says hello. Hey, Karen, another person that I met on Inaugural Melanin at Sea. Oh wait, I'm like, I can't get too far off. I have a grooming appointment. I'm looking like, Tarsha says cheap. No, but thank God our company has ties. Tarsha has a hookup. So Tarsha's talking about her hookup for Beyonce tickets. She says she has company ties to the event because, baby, those tickets are almost my mortgage. The Beyonce tickets are a little expensive. And then, like, what show was it? One of her shows was getting released, and like the tickets were like, was it Club Renaissance or somewhere on the floor, like $600. And it was like way less than what she initially wrote it out. So that's a thing too. G says, what's up? See, G was also G Miss Renee. were probably the, and Monet, I think too, were probably the first people that I met on Mass last time. And I didn't realize I had met them until I had started editing my videos. And I was like, they were standing right there. So yeah, G Fox has been one of my cruise homies post Mass. So looking forward to connecting with you and Ashley. Game Changer says, question, what made you choose Amsterdam to see Beyonce instead of a different location? Good question. So my homegirl, she picked it up. She was like, she wanted to go. She didn't want to go solo. I was kind of like, I'll go because I've never been to Amsterdam. I've only like flown through their airport a couple times. And then she told me how much the tickets were, like $200. Actually, we had bought the tickets before we looked at the flights. I think if we had looked at the flights first, we would have been like, we gonna go see her at FedEx Field in the nosebleed section. So yeah, that's why I ended up doing Amsterdam, and I ended up finding a hotel that was like walking distance. So if anybody has questions about Beyonce, I would say I've seen her a couple of times, and it's always terrible trying to get into the concert venue. Like when I saw her in Baltimore, we drove like 3 hours to get to the stadium because we were stuck in traffic trying to get in. And then same thing coming back home. It was like, again, 45 minutes, Baltimore, DC. It was like 3 hours. So where we stayed at Amsterdam was literally a 5-minute walk to the arena. And when we were done with the concert, walked out, got a couple drinks, came back to the hotel, and we're in bed by like 10:30, 11. So yeah, my homegirl chose Amsterdam. I don't even know why Sharice chose Amsterdam. I guess it was probably just the easiest maybe to get to. I knew London was going to be expensive. I think Aunt Sharice had just went to London. My homegirl I traveled with, who's in the video, she had just went to London for a conference. So I think Amsterdam just ended up being a place that neither one of us had been. Thank you for that question. Parker's going to go. Oh, they're saying what up to G Fox. G Fox is speaking to everybody. So yeah, let's get into the MSC portion while everybody's chatting and saying hello. So as you all know, I released my first set of videos for MSC Meraviglia. I was not expecting to get on MSC until November this year, but I caught a really good deal out of where was that out of? New York, not Manhattan, but Brooklyn Cruise Port, and was pleasantly surprised by MSC, y'all. Pleasantly surprised. It definitely has its hiccups though. I would not, there was a lot of first time cruisers on this one because there was like a little bit of it was a really good deal. So there were some people who were like, oh, cool, $600 cruise, real cheap. They jumped on, you can just tell, like, I think when you're a seat, like, I feel like if you out the gate, Carnival, Royal, because the customer service is there, it kind of sets the baseline for cruising. MSC, you're going to have to be able to know like what things are going to flag to be a bad or not good experience for you. So I ended up, for the price and even beyond the price, I had more fun on MSC than I've had on a Royal ship to date. Now granted, I've only been on Enchantment of the Seas and Oasis of the Seas. But both of those cruise experiences, I ended up, I had more on MSC than compared to Royal Caribbean. So who knew? G Fox says, I got the Uno, Skip Bo, Taco Cheese Pizza card game. I got it all. Okay, good. I can save some pounds out of my luggage because you got all the games. Sasha speaking to G. Everybody's speaking. Phil and D says, okay, rolling up on the group cruise situation. So Phil and D's travel spree says, I was a bit nervous too last year, Neek, but I do not regret going one bit. It's going to be a great time this year. Yeah, I don't regret. Same thing. And I would say, like, I have not heard anybody say they did not have a great time. And yeah, it was just, again, somebody for everybody to chat, connect with. People are just really there to be with each other. Because I think a lot of us, go either solo or with our family or with our partners. But for us to, outside of maybe, I haven't been on Tom Joyner, I haven't been on like Uber, like to have all these folks together, it feels very refreshing. It feels very refreshing. I was gonna say almost like after going to like homecoming, for those who went to HBCU, or like your family reunion, or like a fraternity or sorority conference. Like it just feels like, all right, I feel reconnected. So, especially in these times of cruising where it's like, dang, can we not be on another video doing X, Y, and Z? And then you get with the group and it's like, yeah, that's not us. So neither does I care, but I'm just saying it just feels refreshing. Locked In with Wilson says it definitely pulls you out of your comfort zone, but in a good way with good people. Neat. So yeah, just just speak. Or if you're not even ready to speak yet, just go and stand close by. Like I'm the kind of person, I don't usually jump head first into a social situation. I gotta see who are the safe people in safe spaces, where I think something that I saw on some little therapy Instagram account. So, look for, you don't gotta jump head first in, even if you gotta observe from a distance first, ease into the situation. And whenever you're ready, somebody will be there for you. So yeah, it definitely puts you out of comfort zone, but in a good way with good people. G Fox saying hello, everybody speaking. Tarsha Farrell says I'm both introvert. See, I told y'all all these introverted, extroverted people. She said I'm both introvert and extrovert, but the Mass family is just that, a family. I've met friends and families for a lifetime. Once you experience a Mass event, you want to experience more. Absolutely, because when I say they got all my money, I'm like 2.5. I got to pay off 2.0. And then like there's some more. So be on the look. That's why you got to get in the cruise group, Melanin SC, Facebook. As long as you have like a verified Facebook account that, you don't look like a creepy person, they'll let you in. You get to see the events because if you were on Addie and Terry's live last night, apparently there's going to be a few more events dropping. My goal is to at least get to one next year. We'll see, because I want to stick to my cruise goals, but I also want to get into the Melanin SC goals. So I'm like, so I'm at least committing to one next year. So yes, definitely don't want to miss it. G Fox says, I hope we are on the Amtrak train in the morning. So I'll be on the train at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm taking the Excella. So we won't be on the same train, but you might see me at the station. I think I get there like around 8:30. I should probably look at my phone. But I was about to say something about the train station. Yeah, if anybody's there at 8:30ish, I'll be hightailing it to the taxi, or maybe not. I have a 10 o'clock boarding. No, or is it 10:30? I moved my bed. I have a 10 o'clock or 10:30 boarding time. So I gotta find something to do for an hour-ish. So I guess that's the train station. I'm sorry, the wine is attacking me. 1 second. Moynihan train station, if you get there early and you're not ready to go to the port yet, has their food hall is not open yet, but I know there's like coffee places and like a clean place to sit down. So I'm debating. Oh, help me. If anybody knows like somewhere to, that maybe be moving in the direction of the port, and I can maybe get but then it's rush hour, because I've only cruised out of New York during the weekend. So that's gonna be a new dynamic. Maybe I should get my butt. Okay, should I? Is it gonna be traffic on Thursday at around 8:30 in the morning? Now y'all got me looking on my app. And then if not, do I have time to stop somewhere like to get a breakfast? And do y'all have any recommendations? I'm pulling my Amtrak app, so sorry if I'm not making eye contact. Okay, I get there at 7:48 in the morning on Thursday. So if you happen to be in the station or something at the same time, let me know. Hit me up in the Facebook group or the book group or whatever. We can figure something out, or help me. Tell me where I'm supposed to go, because I have about like 2 hours to kill before it's time to get to the port. G Fox says together. People are welcoming. Phil and D Shaughnessy said, I'm excited y'all attending as well. Yep, they will be there with PJ. Little PJ will be there, and this will be a first time meeting D. So that will be exciting to see the full family together. Game Changer says, Neek's intentional life. Believe me, Niecy, you are among Black excellence, united, positive, organized, and straight enjoyment. all the descriptions. Yes, Auntie, definitely all there. Neek says, yes, ma'am, we're there. Renee says, we'll be on 2.5 in February. Looking forward to this mass cruise. I really enjoyed that cruise on the Mardi Gras. So cool, Renee. You'll be on 2.5. Good stuff. That's Virgin Voyages going to a lot of exotic ports out of, where is that? Puerto Rico. So, Sig. Okay, everybody say congratulations to Sig Cruiser for passing her. What she passed? Her personnel management something fancy test. So folks say congratulations to Sig. Carla Jackson says, I was supposed to go to Amsterdam, but COVID happened. Your video jump-started my planning for a future trip. Yes, Carla, go. Go, go, go. I think it was cool. Like, I mean, if you're going solo, like English is spoken everywhere. It's easy, very easy to navigate. I use the Rome to Rio app. Let me see if I can pull it up because I'm off my Wi-Fi. So I use this. Oh, that didn't help. The Rome to Rio app, which helped me navigate like how to get everywhere. And that was easy, very easy. And I'll also say if you're there in Amsterdam, because their trains run so well, like definitely try to get to another city that's close by, because that train situation is dope, like, and cheap. Everybody speaking to Sig for showing up because she is now a free woman. Miss Renee says we'll be on 2.5 in February. She's looking forward to that cruise. Oh, thank you. Lockman Wilson says, great tip. See, I haven't been on the train since the pandemic, but interested in cruising out of NY in the future. Yep, and the prices have been right. So I think I paid for my initial Amtrak ticket maybe $82. It was, or $62. It was definitely under $100 to get on Amtrak. And then I ended up upgrading, and that was like a $9 bump to get on Excella to go just straight instead of making the stops. Because I got a little, when I had to switch from coming the day before to coming the day of, I just got in my head. So I was like, give me on the Excella, straight route, I'll get there. So no problem on the train. I love taking the train. It's just easier than the plane. You're on the rails. You got Wi-Fi. You got space. You can plug in your devices. The only thing that freaks me out about the train is either the luggage, like where to put it, is heavy. I have not tried using the Porter or Red Cap yet. I'm also usually scared to do that with the cruises. I'm like, what if I get off and my luggage doesn't get off? But yeah, usually the luggage piece is the only thing that makes me a little nervous, because you got to get on and find a spot that has your luggage. And then I end up being like damsel in distress because the luggage is usually bigger than me. So thank you, my cruising family. 33rd Street and 8th Avenue is the door that you will come out of Mohoyan train station, and the cabs will be lined up right there. People are saying thank you. Yes, yes. Together we travel says peace and blessings. Oh, we got a question or an answer on MSC. Rate the overall diversity of the ship. Whoa, uber diverse out of New York. So what I've noticed, I've caught so let me see. That was my third cruise out of New York on MSC Meraviglia. New York in itself just is very diverse. You have and I don't know why. I would love to get more information about this. A strong Asian population that sails out of New York. When I sailed out of New York on Oasis of the Seas, they had to do a few of the announcements in I don't want to mess up either Chinese or Mandarin. I'm sorry, guys. I'm learning. So correct me if I'm wrong. Because they had a huge population, and then, but it was cool. They were like dancing, and it was really dope. But those not as much on what's that one? Not as much diversity on Norwegian Prima, but definitely a ton of diversity on MSC Meraviglia and Oasis of the Seas. So yeah, it was a big mixture. And then of course you just have, because of the European line, you have European. It's just, I would just say too, speaking of diversity, just being mindful of like, we all have different cultural elements that we abide by, like being Black and Southern or semi-Southern. I don't know if I should call DC Southern or not, but we had slaves. Being like, we're heavy on the manners, but we also have to remember manners are subjective. And things like space. I've even like what is it, traveling different places. If you're not right on top of somebody, people interpret that as you're not in line. So, just I would just say start with self first of like, is this a big deal? It will seem borderline. Like today I was watching one of Jay the Nomad's videos, and he was walking, and sometimes he'd be walking and he was like he would switch, because sometimes you forget, because you're like, oh shoot, European, which side of the because they drive, sometimes places drive on different sides of the road, so it's like you also walk on different sides of the stairs, which I forget often. However, I've even switched, and Jay mentioned today, like on one of his he's on P&O, I think. He was like, yeah, sometimes I was walking and people like didn't even move. So I would say sometimes you're like, is this cultural or are you trying me? Now, because we travel for learning experience, go with its culture, because we want to keep you all on the ships, okay? But yes, very diverse. The staff were diverse. Heavy South African population of staff members, which made me in my bag. Yeah, it was very diverse. And then they were very intentional with diversity of music. Like when I was sitting in the back of the Horizons adult only area, they were playing Lizzo to Ella Golding. And the reason I know who Ella Golding is, because that's what my copyright claim said. I had to fix it. But anyway, so yeah, it was very diverse in music. So yeah, uber diverse ship. Thank you for that question, Tarsha. Appreciate that. And the shows were also very diverse too. My cruising family says you're welcome. Locked in the Wilsons. I tend to mix up street numbers, but just know where to go. But I know the 34th Street area pretty well. That's right by Madison Square Garden. Yep. So when you come out of Moynihan, you should. So the first time not first time. Yes, the first time I cruised out of NYC was Prima, and I somehow got turned around and ended up underneath Madison Square Garden, which is not the newer looking part of the train area or train station. So I was a little like, where do I go? I went out the wrong door, but I was able to loop around. I figured it out. But if you end up in the newer part of the station, definitely look for it. It literally says 33rd. And you can also ask staff members. So when I got off the train the last time, when I got on, where did I go this time? Was it MSC? I think the MSC one. I went to go get a pack of gum and just asked the ladies who were working the newsstand of where the closest door near the cabs were, and they pointed me in the right direction. And I was already in the right direction, but it just felt good to have confirmation. And also, solo travel tip, it was a very discreet way of me asking for directions without anybody noticing that I didn't know where the hell I was going. Tarsha says, when we went there were a lot of people that looked like us than we thought. Also, the staff were very diverse, many from Africa and Caribbean. C may have a different perspective. Oh, okay. Oh, Phil and Dee are talking about when they went on MSC Meraviglia. They went on a 3-day cruise prior to me going, and they said there were a lot of people that looked like us. Yep, there were. And staff was very diverse from all over the world. And then many from Africa and Caribbean. Yes, ditto. Heavy on South Africa. And no, I have the same perspective of heavy on the diversity on MSC. Vicky says, thanks for answering my Amtrak question. That was some awesome advice. I'm coming from Waldorf and will get my daughter to drop me off, but I will also get a porter to assist me. Yeah, I think the porter assist will probably be a little better for New York because it stops for the train. They do, one of those stops where they make everybody pull out you have to recertify that you're supposed to be on that train. So it's not like jumping off. I used to have to go to class in Philadelphia. So it's not like jumping off in Philadelphia where like literally you got 5 minutes to get your stuff and get your butt off the train. So at least like you'll get off and if the porter ain't coming, like, okay, where's my bag? Where's my stuff? So I think you'll be good. My cruising family says, yep, just head to the port. See, okay, thank you. So I've been giving out misinformation on the pricing then. Because when I went, it was on a Saturday and a Sunday, I believe. So the prices, no, Prima was a little earlier. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out. But yeah, so you might get stuck in traffic, which might increase the price a little bit for the cab. But it wasn't a long ride. It was like 20 minutes. But yeah, because it'll be Thursday morning traffic, thank you. So I'll be at the port, suitcase in hand. I'll figure it out. So that means I will pack my snacks so I don't have to be super hungry or hangry. My cruising family says there will be traffic. Karen says that's during rush hour. So take your butt to the port C. Feeling D's right, right. Hit that like button if you haven't done so. Yes, please do this. My name is Carlene. This is my channel, See It With C. This is a Monday meetup. I don't go live every Monday. I just go live before a trip. And I've been talking about my previous trips to Amsterdam and MSC Meraviglia, and then my upcoming trip on Melanin Seat 1.5 on the Carnival Venezia this week. Everybody's congratulating Sig. Vicky Wilson says, I'll be on 2.5 also. Awesome. More congrats to Sig. The Deltas are in the building. More. Okay. So then Ink Spill. Hey, Ink Spill. Says, are there Beyonce clips in your vlogs? Yes, there is about 3 or 4. I was scared to put too many in there, but there are about 3. If you go to the Amsterdam vlog, there are a few clips from the show, and I try to be quiet during that time, except for you can hear me yelling. Like I am, because one thing about Amsterdam too, like they don't have, it wasn't bad, but like they didn't have the American culture of Beyonce, right? So like if you know what Renaissance album is about, it's about like ball, right? Ballroom, heavy on the ballroom culture. And like there were moments that like they sold out the tens across the board fans, and they weren't even using the tens. I'm like, that's tens. Come on, nothing. But so you will get. I will say the American culture of the Renaissance will be a little, because I think the people to the right and left of me are like, she's crazy. But yeah, there are some Beyonce clips in the vlog from my perspective. I am not right on stage, but you get a good. She was close enough to me for Break My Soul. Okay. My cruising family says spot on. C in general, I find MSC very diverse. Very, very. I mean, from the piano music was playing like R&B. I just think like very diverse. I think people, at least on the Meraviglia, I'm not sure if anybody's been on smaller MSC ships. This is my first MSC ship, so I can't talk about everybody yet, but I'll be on another MSC later in the year. But I was impressed. I was impressed with not just diversity, but the intentionality behind diversity. Because sometimes they just throw little brown doses in there, but you actually feel versus like the intentional feeling behind it. It was true diversity. Locked in with Wilson says, how was the Wi-Fi on MSC? It was good. I actually was able to do some work and get that done. We had some nasty weather towards the end of the trip, which I think impacted things a little bit. But I found it pretty solid. Yeah, because I had Wi-Fi. I did have the Wi-Fi package because I wanted to try it out. I do have some clients myself who are going on the MSC Seascape in October. So I tried everything. That's why you should watch the vlogs. I tried the dining package. I tried the Wi-Fi. I tried the drinks. I tried the spa because I wanted to prepare. I have clients going on a birthday trip, and I wanted to prepare, like be able to instruct them. So I said the Wi-Fi worked pretty decently. The only thing was I could not go live. So everything else worked well, but like I couldn't, I'm not sure what is it, upload, I don't know, tech stuff, but I couldn't go live from the Meraviglia. I had to go use my phone's Wi-Fi for that, but everything else was pretty strong. Like I was able to, strong enough that we were in the middle of the ocean. I was watching the replay of a Sunday Sip one evening in my room. So it's pretty, and I was on the 1.5 Zoom from MSC Meraviglia, the first Zoom. So it worked. It just, I couldn't go live. But, you know, you can live without. Normal people can live without going live on a cruise ship. Inksville says, okay, I'll wait until, what city is August 9th? I think my friend is, I have a friend flying into DC to stay with me. I'm not going, but is that the DC show? No, because I'll be that's not the DC show. But I have a friend coming to town for the DC show. And 11. Oh, you see it. And you know what? It was funny because me and my homegirl, you've seen her back to back. I was thinking about going. We were in Amsterdam. I was like, Reese, look and see how much it would cost to go the next night. It was only like $82. So I was like, look and see like how much it costs to go into the nosebleed seats. Because literally, like after I came down from the rush, and I'm not a Beyonce fan, but she's an amazing performer. I was like, I felt like I missed some things because I was just like having a moment. So I was like, let's see how much it costs to go the next day. It was like $82. But we decided to, I think, no, actually we were recovering from day one. Day one. So Cruising Caper says, agree with you on MSC. We sell the Joy, Epic, and Breakaway. Love MSC. So we got MSC experts in the house. So whatever Cruising Caper says goes. G says, great live tonight. C, definitely appreciate your perspective on things. Thank you. Thanks for asking questions tonight, guys. It makes it so much easier because, you know, I'm a one woman show. So gotta keep you all engaged, but we've been maintaining 30 people the whole time. So thank you all. Appreciate it. Cruising Caper says we'll be on the Encore in December. Game Changers, the Venezia Lido deck is designed differently. And y'all know I really like the Lido deck. So that's gonna be that, yeah, that's gonna be interesting for me. Now, I will say, like, being on the Vista class ships, the Vista and the Magic, they usually had like that little the area above the pool was nothing but like loungers and sofas that looked down. But this one seems like more like restaurants that surround the Lido. So it seems like a great place for those who like to cruise and sit in the shade, but for people who like to tan and sun, that'll be interesting. But I have a Terrazza Carnival room, so I'm interested to see what that concept looks like. I have access to like private lounger thingies during the day, so I will be able to get my, you know, Lido love on, as well as be able to maybe go to the middle and see what that's like too. Inkspill says Charlotte, North Carolina, August 9th. Okay, so she's coming down the road after she leaves DC to go to Charlotte. Locked In with Wilsons, hit that thumbs up. Inkspill says Atlanta is going to be, I literally told my homegirl, I was like, Atlanta, the girls are going to lose their mind in Atlanta. They're going to lose. There's going to be a ball before Atlanta. There's going to be a reenactment of the whole concert after Atlanta. Like, Atlanta is going to be a whole thing. And I will say, like, that was a piece of going to the Amsterdam show that I'm going to miss from being in a US show, because I know there are going to be just certain cities that are going to take it up a notch. And I think Atlanta is going to be one of those. Game Changers says, I'm interested in a mass takeover on that Lido deck. It's going to happen. I'll find out on Thursday where it's going to happen. It'll be interesting to see how we're going to arrange ourselves. Yeah, because, you know, the first Melanin, we had like we took over that one area. This kind of like chunks. It'll be interesting to see which area we commandeer. I have an idea, but I'm keeping it in my head. So we always had that moment where we take over the Lido deck on Melanin at Sea. So it's going to be interesting to see how we're going to commandeer the Lido, with the Lido being different places this time. G Fox says, yeah, Ashley had that when she went on June 27. And Game Changer says that, they're saying the Game Changer, that would be awesome. So yay, guys, we went over an hour. I need to go get groomed for I don't even know what that, and weird things are making sounds in my house, so I need to go figure out what that was. It's fine. But yeah, so this is C with C. This is my channel. And we go live for the Monday meetup whenever it is time to go traveling again. So this trip will be on the Carnival Venezia with Melanin at Sea 1.5. We're heading to Bermuda. Interested in trying out something new in Bermuda. What else? I'm not sure. I'm gonna try, hit the thumbs up, hit the notification bell. I'm going to try to go live. Hi, Brown's Party of 5. Welcome in. I'll see you on Thursday, too. I'm going to try to go live at some point. But I know a lot of people are going to be probably going live, too. So I'm going to pray on it. If the spirit leads me to go live at some point. I bought the internet package, the premium, because I want to make sure I stay in contact with all the people in the group. Don't want to lose nothing. So I'm going to try to go live at some point. I'm just not sure when. But our next meetup, so I have my notes. Our next meetup is, so in vlogdom, I'll have more MSC videos coming. I have about two more MSC videos. And then after the MSC, then there'll be the 1.5 videos. Our next meetup is August 7th at 6 p.m. Eastern. You can go hit the notification bell already on that one, so I can have the same 33 people in the house as we had today. And I thank you all for the questions. I can't wait to meet you, Brown's Party at 5. I can't wait to meet Neek, an intentional traveler. I can't wait to see all my cousins who I've already met before. And of course, to hang out with the visionaries of Melanin C, Rich Jazz, and Addie and Terry. So you all be blessed. In the meantime, I will see you all in these YouTube streets. If I don't see you, August 7th, we'll be live again, 6 o'clock, same time, same place. Thank you.